And when we look up, we're in trouble because we've made bad choices with bad advice. Let me explain something to y'all. Can the Ethiopian change the color of his skin? Can the leper change his spot? Because I promise you that I'm going to change don't mean I'm going to change. A snake will promise you that he ain't going to bite. He still strikes. Even after you pull his fangs out, he'll still strike you. Come on, y'all. You can take a pig out of slop, but you can't take slop out of a pig. We're trying to make changes where we can't make changes. I don't care what people got motives when they give you these promises and things. They want something. They need something. Lot was lost. He was a captive. But thank God that Abram made a choice. Abram said, wait a minute. Because he could have left Lot right where he was. Because Lot made a decision to go to where he was. I don't have to be standing here preaching to y'all. Y'all don't have to be here this morning. But I made a conscious choice. Y'all are captives by an enemy, and you need to be delivered. What they did not understand was when they got rid of Shadaloma had a plan B. He had already made a choice before they got rid. He saw the handwriting on the wall. So he went and hooked up with 3 other kings that were mightier than the other 8 kings that he was fighting with. And when he joined up with them, Shadaloma went and defeated the 8 kings that had taken Sodom captive. Here's Abraham. Now he's got to make a choice. I only got about 318 trained men that can fight this battle. I got to make a choice. Do I go and now get Lot out of the mess that he done made a choice to get himself in? Or do I leave him there? I only got 318 men. I'm fighting against a big army here. What am I going to do? The Bible said he made a decision that he was going to take his 318 trained men and he was going to fight against Shadaloma and the kings. These were mighty men. His army could not defeat Shadaloma. But his brother Lot was in trouble. And he made a conscious decision that if they're going to capture Lot, then I'll put my life on the line to rescue Lot. I often think, would Lot have done the same thing for Abraham? I doubt it very much. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? He had lost all that he had because he had made a bad choice. Abraham had to make this choice. But thank God Abraham was faithful. He was faithful because first of all, in his just dealings, he told Lot, you choose first. Whatever is left. Let me tell you something. See, if Lot had chose the other side and Abram had gone near Sodom, we would have never had these problems. See what I'm saying? But because he was now making a bad decision, Abram had to make a correct decision. And that was to go get him. So, because I want you to notice something. He didn't give up anything, because verse 14 and 15 tells you that after Lot had chosen all of the lands and the plains of Jordan, the Lord comes to Abram and said, all the land have I given to thee. And that included the land that Lot had taken. God had given him all of it. So his choice and the decision that Abram had made was a right choice. It was a good choice. All right? And not only that, but here was what I call a rich poor man. He was rich in material stuff, but poor in spirit. He had no discernment. ended up down in Sodom, all messed up. Couldn't get out of his dilemma. And how many of us is trapped and can't get out? Woo! Lord have mercy. Abram proved that you do not have to leave God out of your life to be blessed with material blessings. Come go with me this evening. I'm going to talk about that too. All right? You can be blessed and still keep God as the basis for everything you do. All choices that we make, whether church, daily lives, home, or business, our business life, they are all one choice. And God has to be the basis of all those choices. Everything evolves and revolves around God and God's cause. Can I get a witness? You're here today because you made a conscious choice to come to church. Come on. It was a right choice. You've heard the word. The word has set before you life and death. Now you have to make a choice. You can make a choice that will be right, that will set the course of your destiny for eternity, or you can choose death. That's your choice. But I'm here to tell you, you can't blame nobody for the choices you make. We like to blame people for our situations, but let's not forget, we made the choices. And if we make the choices, we got to suffer the consequences. Because the very persons who give you the information ain't going to be around when the consequences come. I hope y'all are listening to me. Hope you're hearing what I'm saying. The very person who talked to you to stop you from coming to church is the very person that you ain't going to find after you leave church. And you'll be out there by yourself trying to figure out how you got to where you are. But it's because you listened to somebody else's advice. We wonder why we're sick. We wonder why we're having all the difficulties and the pains we're having. Is because we've allowed ourselves to make choices that have heaped on us a whole lot of condemnation. And we need to start making right choices. We need to start making a choice because we are big enough and grown enough to make our choice without having other people to influence us in our choices. I wish I could get a witness.